Today is Tuesday, March 19th. Didn't run yesterday. It's about 8:30 p.m. Waited all day to run and didn't want to start. But man, am I feeling good. Let's go, baby. Welcome to the video.
1, 2, 3, go!
Welcome back to episode number 4. In this episode, I'm going to try to do a better job of not spending so much time talking about each run individually, but rather cover the week more as a whole, as to make a shorter video. After spending basically the entire weekend filming Heath and being on my feet all day, doing his interview, and then rushing over to the gym to work on Sunday, going into this training week, I was pretty exhausted. I also had a really full workday on that Monday, both between video work and working at the gym, because somebody had gotten sick and I had to fill in for them. And don't get me wrong, I don't want this to be a complaining session about the work that I have. I'm really grateful for this work that's coming my way, and I'm grateful for this part-time job that I have. But I say that because sometimes you have to use all of the hours that you have in your day for work. So all that to say, I didn't run on Monday. Because I didn't run on Monday, my first run was on Tuesday. And for whatever reason, I just didn't have the motivation to run all day, whether it was because I was working on some video project or I just didn't have the motivation. But I mustered up the motivation and started running at about 8:15, after it had already gotten dark. It was about 43 degrees, and even though I didn't want to start, I did start, and after a few miles, I started feeling pretty good.
So far the run's been good. But I gotta poop. Good thing I'm close to sheets, so I can sheets. I feel so much better after that. Only about 2.4 to go. Feeling great. Great way to start off the week.
Wednesday was another kind of hectic day. Every Wednesday I have worship band practice at 7 p.m. at my church that's half an hour away from where I live. So I have to be ready to leave by 6:30. I also had a shift at the gym from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I had to try and somehow fit an 8-mile run in between getting home from the gym and leaving for church band practice. And that just wasn't going to happen. So what I decided to do was to split the run into 2 sessions. One being before worship band practice, and the second being after worship band practice. And it was going to be late. There was no getting around that. Now, after my dad got home from work, he was going to run, but it wasn't going to be until about 5:45. So we started out on a run about 5:45 or 6, and I only got about 3.5 miles in. And this one was pretty slow and really nice and easy and enjoyable. After I got back from worship band practice, I ate something small, put on my clothes, and headed out for my second run of the day. As you can imagine, it was pretty tough to muster up the motivation to go out for a run at 10 o'clock at night in 26 degree weather. It's not fun. Doing it that late just isn't great because you're usually going to be up way past your bedtime because of all the endorphins and stuff. And the one phrase that just kept going through my head while I was on this run was just get the job done.
Well, here I am again, running at night, but now this time it's about 10:30. Only had enough time to do about 3.5 earlier with my dad, and now I gotta do 4.5 to get 8 in for the day. I think one motto that I'm starting to adopt is get the job done. I've been not getting the job done so many times in so many areas of my life. I just need to get the job done. Done's better than perfect. I get it done, that's one more rep, one more brick, and that means that I'm making progress. If I don't get the job done, I'm not making progress. All right, let's finish up this 4.6 mile run. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, current time is, well, I don't even have my watch on. Current time is just about 9 o'clock p.m. And this week I think I'm running on fumes. I'm trying to wake up and just get straight to work, and I don't know. To be honest, I really don't want to go out and do 9 miles of fartlek running right now. And I plan to run a lot earlier today. I don't want to be too hard on myself because I am trying to do a lot with my business right now. And just, it's tough. All my runs this week have been at nighttime, and I don't like that.
Have you ever been out on a run and you just have something like on your mind, or you get frustrated with something and it just like it triggers your fight or flight senses or whatever it is? It's kind of what happened to me tonight. Like on the first mile, I got kind of mad, and like just knowing that I have this goal to run sub 3 this year, and knowing that I have to put in the work to do it, I got mad at myself for not running earlier today, or not waking up and making it a priority. I'm about 3 miles in. I'm gonna do 6 miles tonight. Not sure if I'll do the last 3 at the same pace, but I might. I don't know. A little bit of speed work here. Tempo run, kinda. I don't know. I'm wearing my my fast shoes tonight, so that's probably why I was going fast, but a lot of talking. Let's get back to running. All right. Whew. That's 6 at like probably 7:15 average. I'm gonna go 1 more mile and just jog it back home at recovery pace.
Continuing on, I guess, with the theme of this video, Friday was another kind of hectic day, and if I was going to run, it would have been at like 8 or 8:30 p.m. and the temperature again had just taken a dip, and it was really cold, and I didn't want to be out so late that I was only going to get a few hours of sleep before the morning shift that I picked up at the gym, which brings me into Saturday. I worked from 6:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. and I knew that because I had missed 2 runs this week, I needed to get a run in on Saturday. And this was the day I had planned to do my long run, but I didn't know how exhausted I was going to be.
Just over 5 miles into this 8 miler. Taking this one super slow. Not even checking my watch for pacing. Just doing whatever. Trying to take it easy. Because I know tomorrow I'm going to be doing some pretty good paced marathon miles. As you already know, I missed a day this week, so I'm just gonna let it go, move forward. This one feels pretty good.
And this brings us to Sunday, where I finally had a run in the daytime. And this run was my first, I guess, big marathon pace long run. It consisted of 17 miles, and the plan was as follows: 3 miles warm up at easy pace, 2 miles at marathon pace, 2 miles at easy pace, 2 miles at marathon pace, 1 mile easy pace, 2 miles at marathon pace, 1 mile at easy pace, 2 miles at marathon pace, and finally finishing up with 2 miles at a really easy recovery pace to end out 17 total miles. Now, earlier in the week, my supplements from BPN came in, and this time I was going to try the BPN Go gels. And this run started out with me taking one of those gels. So before I start this 17-mile long run, try one of these Go gels. Well, actually, I've already tried one, and the first time I tried it, it tasted like barbecue sauce. So I'm not sure what that was, but this is going down. Then I have 2 more, one at mile 6 and one at mile 12. Let's go.
You know, this August we will celebrate 11 years since I started BPN.
On the heels of the first 2-mile segment, I just kept telling myself, make sure you're not going to screw up this workout. You can be on the slower end of the 7:20 to 7:30 pace that you programmed. Don't litter. So I screwed up or the watch screwed up or something, because I'm at 13 now. I have 4 miles left to go. So either Garmin didn't calculate right or I messed up or something. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is 17 miles. Last mile at an 8:28. Even though I was gassed by the end of the run, I felt pretty strong during the marathon pace sections and the run overall, which gives me a lot of confidence going into the next block of training. And what got me through the run and honestly made it feel like it went by a lot faster than it actually did was the phrase that I heard from Coach Jeff Cunningham, run the mile that you're in. And I just kept thinking that. Anytime I would start thinking about, oh, I'm at mile 11 and then I got 2 more miles at marathon pace and then 14 and 15 are easy, I just kept telling myself, stop thinking that. Run the mile that you're in and just focus on that. And the miles started ticking by. I have some notes here on my phone that I want to mention and just discuss because I feel like a lot of runners deal with this, especially when they're in something like a marathon prep. The first note I have is it's important a lot of the time to just get over yourself, get over the mental hurdle, and just get the job started and get the job done. That's what I had to do a lot this week. It's just finally tell myself, no, there's no other excuses. Put your clothes on, get out there and start running. And that's what I did. And the runs, whether they sucked or whether they were great, I got the job done. The second note that I have written down here is you can think about it 2 different ways, one negatively and one positively. The negative side being no one else will put in the work, that's why I have to. Or you can flip that on its head and think this way, no one else is willing to put in the work, that's why I'm going to put in the work, and that's why I'm getting better. And finally, my last thought is for anyone deep in a prep like this, where you're probably struggling physically because you're putting a lot of demand on your body, and you're also struggling mentally because it's a lot of monotonous running and you might not see the payoff yet, but you still have a huge time commitment every single week putting in these runs. Myself and all of these other people who are putting out videos like this and doing it themselves that maybe have way more followers than me or know more about what they're talking about, have a lot more experience. We see you. We see the hard work that you're putting in, even though it might feel like nobody is watching or nobody sees. That's going to be episode 4. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to keep following along in this journey and you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of content. And be sure to head over to Strava and give me a follow if you want to see the breakdown of all of my training so far. But for now, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.